First of all, I want to tell your viewers is the Canada and the U.S. defense relationship it remains solid. I mean, this is our relationship, and the defense relationship has been forged on the battlefield, fighting side by side, going back to World War I, for World War II, Afghanistan, and even to this day. We work in places around the world, including Iraq. Yes, to have Canada considered as a national security risk due to steel is absurd given our tremendous defense relationship that we have. But I'm hopeful that the trade aspects can be resolved so that it doesn't impact our relationship.
So what you're saying to us is that you're still hopeful that this is just a negotiation, that this is posturing from Donald Trump, and that there could be a rollback or a deal cut at some point?
Well, we are hopeful of that because, like I said, for anybody in the U.S. administration to consider Canada as a national security risk due to steel, given our integrated defense that we already have, as I stated out, not just historically, but currently, and we're part of NORAD, our binational command, the only binational command in the world. Our intelligence apparatus works together. Our in terms of our defense industry complex is very well integrated as well. You couldn't get two closer partners in the world. So we are hopeful that these trade issues can be resolved.
But Donald Trump has just done severe damage to multilateral trade agreements, hasn't he, with this arrangement?
It is obviously a tremendous impact, and when you talk about tariffs, but I mean our viewpoint has been very clear on this. We are going to stand up for our industry when it comes to these type of issues. But when it comes to a defense relationship, I want to make sure that we reassure people that our defense relationship does remain solid, and we can't allow people to think otherwise, because the reasoning that's been given literally is absurd, because for anybody to think that Canada can be considered a national security risk to the U.S. As a result of steel. We share some of the same equipment. Our procurement and industry complex and how we build our ships is very well integrated as well, and the wider trade aspect in terms of the trade that goes back and forth to our two countries. These type of trade disputes is actually going to put both our economies in jeopardy.
Minister, can I ask you, if in the event of this process that Donald Trump seems to be set upon, we end up with a hot war involving the Chinese or the North Koreans in the Asia-Pacific theatre, are Canadians going to go into battle side by side with Americans?
Again, when it comes to the defense challenges around the world, I don't like to try to give answers on hypothetical situations where we have to take a look at the challenges that's in front of us. When it comes to North Korea, we have been very strict on this. Our Minister of Foreign Affairs hosted a meeting in Vancouver with the foreign affairs ministers from the various nations that were part of the Korean conflict, to making sure that we send a very strong message to North Korea about on the sanctions, that we will enforce those sanctions, because at the end of the day, diplomacy needs to work.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now, to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.